everyone, over here, we're back, and a lot of you probably know this about me, some of you may not, but I am married, and I have been for a little over 10 years. I just celebrated my 10-year wedding anniversary back in April, so needless to say, I have been married for a long-ass time, and being someone who has been married for a very long time, I pretty much know what it's like to be a married person. And I'm getting to this because I was on the Jubilee channel and I saw they have a video called "Can 6 Married People Find the Liar?" They have this series on their channel where they always pit 6 people of a certain similar thing against one outlier, and they have to find who that one different person is, and they have to vote them out kind of like Survivor style. And I think in the end there's 3 people, and either the 3 people are all the same or one is the outlier. And if all 3 people are the same, the light will turn green and they get, I believe they get money. I don't know if they get $100, $100,000, $1 million. Let's say for science sake they get $1 million. But if the outlier is still in the square by the end of the game, then the light turns red and the outlier wins the money. So it's kind of like a fun little game show, I guess, that they do on their channel. And you know what I'm really interested to find out while watching this? Because here's the thing. This single person, because I assume the liar would be someone who is not married. Oh, what if they're just in a relationship? See, that's kind of unfair, because you can be in a relationship with someone for a long time and not be married, but doesn't really mean much. Like, my sister and her boyfriend have been together for 8 years. They're not married, but they've been together for 8 years. They live together, they pay bills together, they have a bank account together, they share a car, they have a dog. And yes, I did just add that they have a dog so I could show him off. Here he is again. He's just so cute. I can't not. So anyways, that's kind of what I mean, is that is this single person someone who is in a long-term relationship? Because then that's kind of, in my opinion, cheating. Like a paper does not necessarily mean anything, you know? I mean, it does. But you get what I mean. I kind of hope that the person is single, has never been in a relationship, and just is a really good actor. Because that's kind of the fun thing with these kinds of, well, we'll call it a game show. But yeah, so play along with me. Let's see if we can discover together who the liar is. Yeah, let's get started.
Hands out. Let's see your bands. Because if you're married, you've got a tan line.
Let's see, already that's kind of interesting because I don't have a tan line at all because I don't go out in the sun, but I do have an indent from wearing it so much. But fun fact that you guys, I don't know how you'll feel about this, I was about it in the very beginning, but at this point, again, long ass time, I don't care. My husband doesn't wear his wedding ring. He hasn't since I think the day we got married. And we know where it is. We thought we lost it, but we have not. He just doesn't like jewelry, and when he was in the military, he was really scared about, because he heard, horror stories of people needing to have, their rings cut off and crazy stuff like that, so he just never wore it, has not. But, marriage is all about trust. It has nothing to do with the jewelry that you wear.
One is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
Okay, well, I think you might be single.
Well, I've been married for 3 years.
So they just throw them in this box right away, and just based off of looks, they're gonna say who's single. All right, so very superficial right away.
She targeted me right away. She said, "You are not married." I was like,
I know, she was so serious about it. Did you see her face? She's like, I know that you're not. Maybe it's the hair. She was like, guys with hair like that, no, married people don't have time to do their hair.
The question is, how long have you guys been married? Quick, everybody.
Oh my God, I've been married, 50 years?
Just 2 years, last week.
2 months.
16 years.
It feels like 15.
Okay, interesting. So here, that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning of like, you've been married for 2 months, and then they're trying to pick out the single person. Maybe the single person has been with a partner in the past longer than, some of these people have even been married. So they could just base it off of their relationship that they've had. Being married is not the day that you get married, you don't change as a person entirely, I hope. You still are the same person you were when you were just dating that person. Now you are just together with them, hopefully for the rest of your life.
I'm so sorry, I lied.
3 years.
Actually, 1 year.
Oh, good for you.
I was married this past May, so like 4 months.
50. I said 50, but actually, it feels like 50. But
Does everyone believe in traditional marriage? Okay, the system.
well, what are you talking about?
Vows, wedding rings, all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Among other.
I mean,
Okay.
for
The
myself.
first thing you have
This
to.
guy is very aggressive right away. Like, they all are talking over each other, and I wish that they would, take turns, because it's kind of hard to decipher what is going on, and I cannot pick at the moment. At the moment, I'm just going to assume they're all lying.
Is detail. Put your hands out. Let's see your bands.
I thought he was a little too obvious. He was all over everybody.
I'm really specific. I want to know details quick. Let's see your wedding. Okay, he's got one. I've got one. Okay. Does everyone have their tan? Because if you're married, you've got a tan line.
I have a crazy tan line.
I have a white band around my ring finger.
How about instead of that?
They didn't really show it, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because you can put a ring. I mean, maybe for a guy, but girls wear a ring sometimes on their ring finger, even if they're not married.
You tell me the day you got married.
Why is that guy standing so far off to the side? They're all in their little huddle, and he's over there hey, here it is. So far, I'm going to say guy with black shirt. That's my guess so far. I think he's the single one.
No, hold on. Look at it. Hold it. Don't change your subject. Don't change your subject. Let me see your hand.
I like the Rick. He asked good questions. He was putting people on blast.
On my
Does he have it or not? The tan line. No, he doesn't have it.
Is that
Do
your
you have it?
husband?
Do you have it?
Okay. Oh my God.
You have it. Where's
So
yours?
he's a
Let's see
Libra.
yours.
It was quick. It was too quick.
It was a good round to observe the others.
It was very quick. There was a lot of yelling, which I don't like. I don't think that really proves anything, and it can really get people worked up. But also, like I said about the ring thing, is that mine isn't a tan line, it's more just an indent. But I guess if I needed to take off my wedding ring, minutes before I'm gonna do this, it would be pretty obvious that I'm married.
One suggestion was made, and then there was 15 seconds left. I personally pounced on it because I was grateful that it wasn't me.
So far, my guy, who I think could be the one, is already out. But again, the wedding ring thing doesn't necessarily mean anything. He said, you have to have a tan line, and no, you don't.
Good luck. Because I'm very, very married.
What day was you married? Because I got married October 11th, which is my birthday.
Oh, really? That's my
Yes.
husband's birthday.
August 17th is actually on our 3-year anniversary.
Oh, wonderful. And you?
Why did she skip over the other girl? She just goes, oh, that's cute. And she's like, that's my husband's birthday. She's like, I don't care about that. I need to know the day you were married. Which, again, you can make up any day. It doesn't matter. That's not necessarily, a concrete thing. Because you can also just, her. She could have just picked her birthday. She could be the liar. Because, some people do get married on their birthday, but that's just kind of a weird thing. But I don't know, maybe it just worked out that way. I don't know, are any of you guys who are either in a relationship? That's actually, my sister and her boyfriend share their, what am I trying to say? Their, anniversary. Jeez, God. Their anniversary is her birthday, so I guess, okay.
I got one question for you, and I'll stop.
No, I'm asking you that question.
I was
Okay,
married
what day- what-
September of
September.
2003, yeah.
Okay, you?
November 7th of 2000.
Okay.
January 28, 2017.
Okay, good.
9/8/18.
Right.
Not that anyone asked.
I don't think you skipped over her. I think she believes her, and I just thought that was kind of weird. How'd they skip her? Do they just assume she's married?
How long were you married?
Let me see.
Why is she okay? All right. I'm starting to feel it's Candace, because she said, like, oh, like 50 years. Like, oh, I know, it felt like 50 years. Like, I get it. After a certain point, like I said, long-ass time. It does, you're like, oh, it's true, it's been a long time. But she keeps going back and forth. How long did you say you were married? Then when you go, I don't know. It's a little weird to me.
Be 30 years.
30 years.
She said 50! She's the liar! She keeps changing it! Didn't she say 40 earlier? It's like 50, 40, 30. Next round it'll be 20.
Say before
Didn't
that. I'm
you
the
say
first. Yes,
50?
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
well, I
heard.
was joking with you.
Right.
It
That's
feels
exactly
like
what I
50
caught
years.
too.
What was something that went wrong?
They're
in your
standing
guys'
so close together, like, it's making me really uncomfortable. You don't have to stand on top of each other to ask and answer questions. Like, I kind of wish they gave them chairs, and then they could stand up if they want to, but I just wish they would back up. They're, like, huddling together like they're, like, all telling a secret to each other.
We had an all-white wedding. Everybody wore all white, and one lady came in purple, and that what pissed me off.
I believe that. That's
And I didn't even know her. She was not invited.
I had someone that came to my wedding that I didn't invite, so I know a lot of this is gonna be like kind of story time. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was there, and as I was like, it was like right after the ceremony, and I'm leaving, and he like was off to the side, and he's like, "Oh, congratulations!" And I was like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, you don't know me. I'm like your husband and his brother's friend." And I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in like I've met him once, and I hadn't seen him for years." And I was like, "Okay." And I had asked my husband later, I'm like, "Did you invite him?" He's like, "I don't think I did." So I think my brother-in-law invited him without asking us. I don't know. It was a very odd thing, especially because like I didn't care. I just thought it was very weird.
Friend was late to my wedding, and that kind of pissed me off because I noticed when he walked in.
Well, I have to say nothing went wrong, which is surprising.
You were married 3 times.
Yeah.
Something definitely went wrong.
Third time is a charm.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we were married in our home.
No, the question to me
Okay.
is, what's the
And
difference?
it went so smoothly. It had me. I was actually crying.
Let's look at detail here. Pay attention to detail, not just the questions. Look at detail, reactions. Look at stuff. I'm here to win, so I want to make sure everyone.
That sounds like something a liar would say.
That's called someone
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
telling the truth.
In the wrong time,
Someone who's
right?
talking
In
the
the
truth.
wrong
You're the
time.
lawyer of all people. Really,
What kind of
you
law
got to
do you study?
manipulate. You
I
gotta-
do class actions, plaintiff side.
What does their
Both
job
sides.
have to do with anything? We're talking about being married. We're not talking about whose job is, what, and if you need money. Like, again, like I said, for science, let's say it's $1 million, so I can understand why the guy is freaking out. I don't think it's $1 million. I really don't.
They make a lot of money, right?
I wonder if lawyers want to get
Divorce lawyers,
married.
don't they make a lot
I
of
wonder if
money?
lawyers want to get married.
But it's very dangerous.
We can't get, guys, we can't focus on her job
red
now.
light.
Let's
Yeah,
focus
I
on
know. Maybe it's the guy with the fanny pack and all these props.
Thank you very much. And always remember, the obvious is always your worst enemy if you don't pay attention to detail.
Yeah, but you didn't have to come out so aggressive. I think you came out too aggressive and people started to question you. They're like, why are you, like calm down. And he, was talking over people, and he was, pointing out I didn't ever think it wasn't him. I just wanted him to calm down.
No. Always remember that. It's about elimination at the right time, and it ran out for me.
He's angry with us.
I felt like we got the wrong guy out. I was like, we still have Candace in here. There's something about Candace.
No, I agree. So far, I thought it was first guy, and now I'm pretty sure it's Candace because, like I said, she said 50, and then 40, and then 30. Oh, I'm just kidding with you guys. They're just messing around the first time. Why are you going in already lying? You're supposed to be proving your point, not making people question you right away.
Married for 30 years or 50 years?
Absolutely. No, it feels like 50. I come from that institution, so we don't believe in divorce. We don't divorce our husbands, we bury them. That's what my mother said.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's what my mother said.
Candace's words to live by.
Even if Candace isn't actually married and never has been, I really just like her as a person.
Awful is not awful. I have never killed her.
Okay, one question. One question for everybody.
Well, Candace was, she was out there.
How old is your significant other?
My husband is 35.
And you are?
I'm 55.
Ooh, okay.
Hold on. She said she's been married for 30 years and her husband is 35. So she married him when he was 5? And she was 25? Someone is not keeping up with their lies.
Like a small detail about your wife that you love that differs her from your others, your past wives.
Good question.
She'll watch
You're
this
gonna
one
be
day.
surprised at my answer. First thing that I saw were her legs, even at my advanced age. And so you asked the first thing, and I'm telling you what.
All your other wives' legs were.
Yeah, and she was
just weren't as
no
stunning.
youngster. Let me tell you, and that's what surprised me so much. And everything else worked out fine.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've been there.
How?
She said things that were confusing
Yeah.
to me. Like she said that her husband was 35, but they've been married for 30 years. And so I was like, so your husband was 5 when you married him?
Yeah, I think it's Candace. I'm pretty sure it has to be Candace. And if it's not, then she married her husband when he was 5, and there needs to be... That's not good.
So
Can we ask some like rapid style questions?
Yeah, let's do that.
Where you just have to like off the top of your head.
Before we do that, can we see the hands again?
Yes.
Yo, mine's like,
Yeah, you're the only one that doesn't really have it.
No, I don't wear a ring.
Why don't you wear a ring?
I never have. I don't wear a ring.
Remember
So
what I said?
think-
It just is a thing that some guys just don't want to do it. As long as you're happy in your marriage, then jewelry doesn't mean anything.
The best thing to do is, of course, tell them that. Maybe that's, again, why it hasn't worked out too well for me in the past.
oh, don't say that.
No, I'm a great
That's a good
believer.
recover, though. It's a good recover.
I have always loved marriage. I believe in the institution strongly.
It would be unfair to base the decision solely on, oh, you don't have a tan line. There's a lot of reasons why someone might not wear a ring. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so suspicious of everyone on that
Yeah.
side of the room.
Hey, you know what's funny? If we're gonna talk about who we're suspicious about, I think you two are suspicious because you asking all the questions and asking.
I'm an attorney, like, what? I'm trying to ask questions
but
to
this is the
elicit
funny
answers.
thing. You're asking me all these questions and him, but you're not asking her any questions.
I trust her.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like really
There you go.
confident in
I
her.
feel like we're in the witness box.
I'm very confident.
Are you lying to me? What if you said in the eye? I
Not
swear to
lying.
God.
I'm not like confident.
Look me in the eye. I think you might be suspicious right now.
Ask me like any question you want in the next 47 seconds.
How long have you been married?
1 year, September.
And you're
8th.
28?
Yeah, my husband's 27. He's turning 28 on October 11.
Another cougar, huh?
I'm
Not a cougar, but there's something off right there.
I didn't get any weird vibes from her. I mean, maybe she could be, but I think, and maybe because she is a lawyer, she's good at, defending herself and looking at others and asking the right questions. So maybe her job could have something to do with it, but I don't know. I think I believe her.
Now I'm not sure which one of you guys I trust least.
Saul story did not add up. He believed in traditional marriage. He believed everything about marriage, but he never thought about wearing a ring. I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
I guess I saw that coming. Good luck, you guys.
Thank you. I was like happy to stop there when Saul went out because I'm like, I'm confident in us three, and we're gonna split the money.
Raise your hand if you have any doubt.
Oh? Really? Really? She has to... Okay, hold on. Wouldn't she think that it was Candace being like the questions that she asked, or the answers she gave were like really weird, and this guy is not really given any reason otherwise not to, unless this girl, again, I'm sure they've said their names, and they write them down, they say who they are. I am so bad at at names. Like, I will meet someone, immediately forget their name. I remember faces, but I don't know what it is. I just cannot. Someone tells me their name, or I see someone's name, like, especially if I'm watching, like, a movie or a TV show, and then I talk about it after, I can't remember a single name, and it drives my husband crazy. I'm like, oh, that one person, they have, like, the hair, and they were wearing, like, the outfit, and they did that one thing, and he's like, John? I was like, yeah, him. Like, I'm so bad at it until I watch something for a while, or I've known someone for a while, then I will remember their name. But I'm so bad with names. I'm so.
So you were confident, but she persuaded you basically because you wasn't gonna put your hand up.
Because I did feel that. I
Yeah.
felt that she felt that way, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I started asking you questions, you got really defensive and tried to push back.
I just figured that I do really think that you are married, but
So
just
how do you
in
describe
case-
this? I just made this up.
I know,
draw it
that's
on.
why. I know.
Thank you. But that's why I didn't put my hand up because I believed in you guys. And now you guys were like,
Because before you said that you were questioning them, so then they got, like, worried about him, and I don't know. It just, again, the ring thing, I guess, clearly can be telltale. You know what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, I think that they got the person out who is the single person.
I don't know.
Sorry. I don't know. I don't know who to trust. I have much regret about having initiated the vote. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, the pressure got to me.
I have to vote now.
It got to me
Hey,
hella
this is
quick.
what I'm gonna do. Line. Just put a line.
You cannot throw your vote.
Okay. Better safe than sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, it's okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
he
God.
had it on him.
You betrayed me. I'll never trust another woman again.
If the lights turn green, you voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar is still in the box and you lose.
No, thank God.
Oh my God. I knew it.
Oh my God. I was still just relieved that Allie didn't like jump up and be like, just kidding, it's me. Thank God.
I know.
Oh my God, towards the end, I was like.
Can the mole please step forward and reveal himself? Now.
We got it. We got it.
Holy shit.
The heck then? Candace, somebody help her husband. He was 5. Unless she just really like got so nervous and scared and Unless she got married at 5 to him before he was born. That's why she said it felt like 50 years. I'm still stuck on that. Alright.
Well, you can't tell a book by its cover.
I mean, he said that he was with like 3 different people, so my guess is he's been married 3 different times and is currently single.
We got it. We got it.
I've been married 3 times. It just didn't quite work out for me, and now I'm observing the 3-strike
You know,
rule.
it was interesting because, like, thinking about it back, I think he had used the words like when he was talking about being married 3 times, he's like maybe if I did wear the ring, it would have worked out. So meaning that he isn't married to someone. So I think that was something that I missed.
No more marriages.
Yep, that looks like $1 million.
Well, that didn't go anywhere.
Well, you know, I really want to have fun.
They actually, the 2 girls at the end, even though like they're like, oh, like we pretty much believed you, but then they get to split the money. They get to have more money, I guess. I mean, they'll probably never see that guy ever. It sucks, and you might feel bad, but hey, splitting $1 million 50-50 is better than splitting it 3 ways.
I said, so let me see if I can do a different kind of strategy. Maybe lie a little bit, mix in with the truth. Because I figured, well, maybe I could catch the mole. But good game.
Okay,
Really
that
good
makes
game.
me feel so much better. She lied to try and like get others to maybe feel more comfortable about lying and see if she can do that. Okay, I feel better knowing that Candace did not marry a 5-year-old. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things marriage and this Jubilee game show in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!